Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. It's pretty obvious that this harlot, this Babylon, Mystery Babylon, is a church that sitteth upon many waters. That means it's a worldwide church, a church that is all over the world, and a church that also has drank of the blood of the martyrs and of the saints. And I think it becomes apparent that there really is only one church that fits this description. Now, we're going to see in the following clip the way that the world's churches are coming together to create this Mystery Babylon, this church of the latter day, this church of the Great Tribulation, one that's going to deceive many, one that is going to drink of the blood of the saints during the Great Tribulation. And so here, let's take a look at what's happening in our world amongst our many churches, not just the Catholic Church, but the Protestant churches worldwide.
And I get a bit cheeky here, because I challenge my Protestant pastor friends. If there is no more protest, how can there be a Protestant church?
Hi, hope everyone out there is having a great day. Well, the Bible tells us that in the last days before the rapture of the saints, there's going to be a great falling away. But what is this going to look like? I believe that Satan will play the same game that he always has. He's going to take a little bit of truth and he's going to mix it in with some lies in a way that makes it really appealing to man. And what would be more appealing than a message of unity, of a Christian world where we put aside our differences and worship together in harmony? Let's go down that path and see what it looks like.
Some of you may know Tony. Tony and I go way back, but he's going to be telling you the story. I asked him to come give his testimony, and he's got a special message for us tonight. So would you welcome Tony Palmer to this platform? Bishop, thank you, sir.
Bless you.
Yes, sir.
And Kenneth and Gloria were the first and the only who said, yes, we'll partner with you. And it hasn't stopped since.
Here we see a Catholic priest who is closely aligned and being supported by Kenneth Copeland Ministries. But there's a lot of others that's in this alliance between the Pope and evangelicals. Palmer claims to be an evangelical who was called out by the Catholic Church. Do you see any red flags here?
Some crazy evangelical who've been called by the Roman Catholic Church to work with them, and we were self-financed except for one partner. And we have a very special message, and I wanted you to understand the connection between KCM and the Catholic Charismatic Renewal.
So Palmer is called by the Pope and is Catholic, and yet maintains support by Kenneth Copeland Ministries, among others. Palmer ministers in many Protestant churches and evangelical churches, and he leads the charge to unite us all under the Catholic umbrella. I think I'll stay in the rain, please.
About 8 years ago, I was working for the Catholic Church in South America, in Argentina. And when I went to Argentina, the bishop that I had to visit at that time was Father Mario Jorge Bergoglio.
Now, once Palmer's wife heard that she could both be Catholic and charismatic, she jumped at the chance. This doctrinal melting pot just seemed too good to be true.
Because you see, my wife, when she saw she could be Catholic and charismatic and evangelical and Pentecostal, and it was absolutely accepted within the Catholic Church, she said that she'd like to reconnect her roots with her Catholic culture. Do you only want one denomination of Jesus? Jump in, get it all.
So the stage is set for the final movement of Satan's great overture. If we all just put aside our differences and worship him, all would be just peachy.
Brothers and sisters, Luther's protest is over. Is yours. In 1999, this was signed by the Lutheran Church, the Federation Worldwide. Later, about 5 years later, the Worldwide Methodists signed the same agreement. So the protest has been over for 15 years. And I get a bit cheeky here because I challenge my Protestant pastor friends. If there is no more protest, how can there be a Protestant church? Maybe we're all Catholics again. The protest is over.
Hey guys, the protest is over. Isn't that great? We're all part of the church of the Great Tribulation, the great whore of Babylon who drinks of the blood of the saints from the Inquisition to the martyrs mentioned in Fox's book. While this deception, mentioned by Jesus in Matthew 24, deceives all but the very elect, the stage will be set for the revealing of the Antichrist. It seems that time is upon us. You can be sure that time is at hand. If you haven't received Christ as your Savior, time is short. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in a while.